Files and folders. Preprocessing. Files. File Explorer. Changing the view in File Explorer. Folders. Working with files and folders. Microsoft Windows 10 enables you to save and organize your work in the form of files and folders. To understand the concept of files and folders, take the example of a wardrobe commonly used at home. If you dump all your clothes in the wardrobe, it may create a mess, and you will be unable to find them quickly. So you must arrange them properly in separate shelves. Similarly, a computer stores information in files, which are organized and grouped in folders. The Windows operating system family always included a program for file and folder management. The earliest of these was called File Manager in Windows 3X family. The program was renamed Windows Explorer in Windows 95. Windows Explorer was named File Explorer in Windows XP operating system. Successive versions of Windows introduced new features and capabilities and generally progressed from being a simple file system navigation tool into a task-based file management program. Let us understand the basics about files and folders and learn how to manage them using File Explorer. Files. A file is a collection of data that has been created, named, and stored on the hard disk of a computer or on an external storage media. Your computer contains files that are used internally by your programs as well as the documents, images, spreadsheets, presentations, and other information that you create. File name. Every file stored on a computer has a file name. The name given to a computer file distinguishes it from other files. A file name can be a combination of letters and numbers followed by a period and extension. Knowledge discovery. Always save a file with a meaningful name that relates to its content. A file name should not be more than 255 characters. You cannot use any of these special characters in a file name. File name extensions. A file name extension is a set of characters added to the end of file name. It helps Windows to understand what kind of information is in a file and which program will open it. For example, in the file name myfile.txt, the extension is .txt. It tells Windows that it is a text file and can be opened by programs associated with that extension, such as WordPad or Notepad. Knowledge discovery. The file name extensions are usually hidden and cannot be seen by the user. The operating system uses these extensions for its file handling processes. File name extensions. Program that can open the file. .txt, Notepad. .docx, Word 2016. .xlx, Excel 2016. .pptx, PowerPoint 2016. .mdb, Access 2016. .avi, Windows Media Player. Your computer represents files with icons. All the files on a computer have specific icons. By looking at a file icon, you can tell at a glance what kind of file it is. For example, a file named myself.txt created in Notepad is represented by an icon of a Notepad sheet. Here are some of the file icons and program commonly associated with them. Text file, Notepad. Document file, Word 2016. Spreadsheet file, Excel 2016. Presentation file, PowerPoint 2016. Audio file, Windows Media Player. Folders. A folder is a container that helps to organize the files. Every file on the computer is stored in a folder. The folders are stored on a storage device, hard disk, CD or DVD, pen drive, etc. Subfolder. A folder within a folder is called a subfolder. You can create any number of subfolders and each can hold any number of files as well as additional subfolders. Knowledge discovery. The various storage devices such as hard disk, pen drive and CD, DVD are called drives and are denoted by capital letters such as C, D and E. All devices attached to a computer, hard disk, external storage devices, digital camera, etc. are represented as folders in Windows 10. File Explorer. File Explorer is a program that enables you to work with files and folders on your computer. It helps you to view, create, copy, move, rename and delete files and folders. To start File Explorer, click the Start button on the taskbar. The Start menu appears. In the list of programs, click File Explorer. The File Explorer window appears. Components of File Explorer window. The components of the File Explorer window are Title bar. The title bar present at the top of the File Explorer window displays the name of the current drive or folder. The right side of the title bar contains the control buttons, minimize, maximize and close buttons. Quick Access Toolbar. The Quick Access Toolbar present on the left corner of the title bar provides shortcuts for commonly used commands. By default, shortcuts for new folder and properties commands appear on it. It can be customized to add more commands. Ribbon. The ribbon presents below the title bar provides various commands for working with files and folders. The commands are divided into tabs and groups. Address bar. The address bar below the ribbon displays the complete location of the current file or folder. It is also used to access a folder directly by typing its address. Search box. The search box on the right side of the address bar is used to search a file or a folder by typing its name in the box. Navigation pane. The navigation pane is located on the left below the ribbon. It displays the various drives and devices connected to your computer in the form of folders. The icon in front of a folder indicates that it contains subfolders in it. Navigation buttons. The navigation buttons are present above the navigation pane. The back and forward buttons help you to move between the visited locations. The up button takes you to the parent folder of the current folder. Contents pane. The contents pane displays the contents of the folder or drive that has been selected in the navigation pane. Status bar. The status bar at the bottom of the window displays the total number of items in the current location. It also displays the shortcut buttons for the thumbnail view and details view. Working with files and folders. Viewing contents of a file or folder. You can view the contents of the files and folders stored on your computer. To view the contents of a file or a folder, select a folder from the navigation pane. The contents of the folder are displayed in the Contents pane. Double-click a file folder icon in the Contents pane. The file or folder opens in the associated program. Knowledge discovery. The Quick Access section displays your frequently used folders and files so that you can access them quickly. To add a folder to the Quick Access list, open the folder, right-click the Quick Access option and select the Pin Current Folder to Quick Access option from the menu that opens. The folder is displayed under Quick Access. Selecting a file or folder. Before using File Explorer to do any work with a file or folder, you need to select the file or folder so that Windows may know which one you want to work with. To select a single file or folder, Open the folder containing the file or folder. Click the file or folder. The file or folder gets selected. To select multiple files and folders, open the folder containing the files or folders. Click the first file or folder you want to select. Press and hold the Ctrl key and click each of the other files or folders you want to select. The files or folders get selected. To select a group of files or folders, open the folder containing the files or folders. Position the mouse slightly above and to the left of the first file or folder in the group. Click and drag the mouse down and to the right until all files or folders in the group are selected. The files or folders get selected. To select all files or folders, open the folder containing the files or folders. Open the Home tab. Click the Select All button in the Select group. All files or folders get selected. Creating a new folder. You can create a new folder inside a folder or drive as and when required. To create a new folder, in the navigation pane, click the folder in which you want to create a new folder. On the Home tab, click the New Folder button in the New group. A folder appears in the Contents pane with a temporary name as a new folder. Type a name for the folder and press the Enter key. The folder is created. Creating a new file. You can create a new file directly within a file folder. To create a new file, in the navigation pane, click the folder in which you want to create a new file. On the Home tab, click the New Item button in the New group. A list of various file types appears. Click the type of the file you want to create. An icon for the new file appears in the Contents pane. Type a name for the new file and press the Enter key. The file is created. Roundabout. You can create a file or folder by right-clicking on a blank area in the Contents pane and choosing New Folder or one of the file options from the context menu. Renaming a file or folder. You can change the name of an existing file or folder according to its content. Giving a descriptive name to the file or folder makes it easier to find them later. To rename a file or folder, in the Contents pane, click the file or folder you want to rename. On the Home tab, click the Rename button in the Organize group. A text box appears around the file name or folder name. Type the new name and press Enter. The file or folder is renamed. Roundabout. You can rename a file or folder by right-clicking on it and choosing the Rename option from the context menu, or by selecting the file or folder and pressing the F2 key on the keyboard. Copying a file or folder. You can copy a file or folder to make its duplicate copy at another location. To copy a file or folder, open the location that contains the file or folder you want to copy. Select the file or folder you want to copy. On the Home tab, click the Copy button in the Clipboard group. Open the location where you want to copy the selected file or folder. On the Home tab, click the Paste button in the Clipboard group. A copy of the original file or folder appears in the new location. Moving a file or folder. You can move a file or folder from its current location to another location. To move a file or folder, open the location that contains the file or folder you want to move. Select the file or folder you want to move. On the Home tab, click the Cut button in the Clipboard group. Open the location where you want to move the selected file or folder. On the Home tab, click the Paste button in the Clipboard group. The file or folder appears in the new location. Roundabout. You can also choose the Cut, copy and paste options from the context menu that appears on right-clicking the selected file or folder. Deleting a file or folder. You can delete a file or folder which is of no use anymore. To delete a file or folder, open the location that contains the file or folder you want to delete. Select the file or folder you want to delete. On the Home tab, click the down arrow under Delete button. In the Organize group, a list of options appears. Click Recycle to delete a file or folder and send it to recycle bin. Permanently delete to delete a file or folder permanently from the computer. The selected file or folder is deleted. Restoring a deleted file or folder. You can restore a deleted file or folder from the recycle bin. To restore a file or folder, double-click the recycle bin icon on the desktop. The recycle bin folder opens in the File Explorer. In the Contents pane, select the file or folder you want to restore. On the Manage tab, click the Restore the Selected Items button in the Restore group. The selected file or folder disappears from the recycle bin and is restored to its original location. Mindfog. There are several Windows files and folders that you should never delete or remove from their current locations. Doing so could result in an unstable system, loss of data, or other negative consequences. The folders program files and program files, the files and files with extensions .dll, .sys, .exe, .ini, .cfg and .msi should never be tampered with. Changing the view in File Explorer. You can configure how Windows displays the contents of a folder by changing the view. It enables you to change the size and arrangement of icons and their details. To change the folder view, open the folder containing the files for which you want to change view. On the View tab, from the Layout group, select the view you want to use. Extra large icons, medium icons, small icons, list, details, tiles, and contents. The File Explorer changes the file view. Database. Preview pane is an existing feature in the Windows File Explorer which allows you to see a preview of the file's contents. By default, this view is not turned on. To turn on the preview pane, on the View tab, click the Preview pane button in the Panes group. The preview pane opens on the right side of the File Explorer window. When you select a file, the preview pane displays a preview of its contents. Post-processing. A file is a collection of data that has named and stored on a storage device. File name extensions help Windows to understand what kind of information is in a file and which program will open it. Folder is a container that contains other folders or files and helps to organize them. File Explorer is a program that enables you to work with files and folders on your computer. The navigation pane displays the various devices and drives connected to a computer in form of folders. The Contents pane displays the contents of a folder or a drive that has been selected in the navigation pane. A deleted file can be restored back to its original location from the recycle bin. The view of the Contents pane can be changed to see the icons in different sizes or details of files.